Welcome back to Up All Night. I'm Henry.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we're your hosts for tonight's episode.
We've got a lot in store for you in this episode with a special guest coming to talk about their upcoming film. But first, the news.
Academic advising is happening right now, which means a break is coming up for students. However, don't get too comfy. Schedule a time with your advisor to get your classes ready for the next semester.
Speaking of classes, Calvin University will be making the switch from 3 credit classes to 2 and 4 credit classes. According to the provost, Noah Tolley, the change is to increase focus, engagement in the class to make scheduling easier, both for having classes along with other extracurricular activities, to drop and still be able to obtain credits.
Calvin University also announced that even though they have sided with the Synod on their viewpoints of the LGBTQ+ community, they still want to keep an open-minded community that will continue to feel safe to express themselves for how they are. Whether this will pan out as smoothly as they want will only be told by time.
Yes, indeed. Up next, we have a preview of an upcoming documentary that's coming out soon called The West Church.
Let's view the footage.
Our understanding of the past changes all the time.
That's history. What's our rules today?
What an impressive sight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I have the privilege of introducing our guest over here. She went out to Jordan to film what you saw in that preview. And please, give a warm welcome to Abby Van Dorn. How are you doing tonight, Abby?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So, tell us, what was the trip to Jordan? What was it about? What did you guys do?
Yeah, of course. So Calvin University has actually been involved with an archaeological dig in a town called El Jamal in Jordan for the past 50 years. And me and another film student got the opportunity to go along on this dig and do some filming. So, we're taking pictures, we're taking videos, and then this documentary is kind of our little side project, but it's been turning into a bit of a bigger thing, which is really exciting.
So you guys went to Jordan. Where did you guys go? What did you guys do at those locations? And yeah, tell us about that.
Of course. So Jordan has a wealth of archaeological sites that are really amazing. A lot of people just go to Jordan and go to Petra for one day and then they leave the country, which is so sad because they really have a number of really incredible sites there as well. So we stayed in El Jamal for most of the time, but on the weekends we got to tour around. So we went to Amman, the capital city, saw some Dead Sea Scrolls at the Jordan Museum. We did visit Petra, of course, because you gotta. And we went to Madaba, which is really famous for its mosaics as well.
So what did you do at all these locations? What was your main purpose of going?
Yeah, so the purpose of going, it's to learn about Jordan and about the archaeology of that area, particularly during the time that is also contemporaneous to our excavation as well. So, we're digging all week, but during the weekends we're seeing all of these other sites from that same time period and from some of the same occupational periods as well. So we're really getting a lot of exposure to all of these different places and time periods, and it's just a really neat way to experience a country, is through its history and also through its modern appearance.
Yeah. So you and your classmate Andrew, yes?
Yeah.
You guys run around with cameras, doing a bunch of stuff. What are some of the biggest difficulties, running around? Was it hard to carry your stuff? Getting dirty? Tell us about that.
Sure. I mean, the number one issue was the dust. Jordan's very dry. It was a dig. It was pretty dusty. But I think the biggest issue was deciding when to film, because we were traveling around an awful lot. So it is hard to bring film equipment around with you all the time. And there were some experiences we had with people that we were just like, you know what? It's okay we can put the camera away. So we ended up only getting about 7 hours of footage over the course of a month, which is really not that much. But it was really a matter of discerning, okay, what should we capture, and why are we capturing what we are?
So I know I was a filmmaker. Editing takes a long time.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been working on this, and what do you guys aim for the final film to be? How long do you think?
Yeah, of course. We've been working on this all semester, actually. So we're both in a documentary production class right now, and we're working on the final product as a part of that. So we've been doing a lot of just like kind of not pre-production stuff, but organizational stuff. So organizing all our footage, getting all the interviews transcribed, things like that. And we're hoping the final product will be maybe 15, 20 minutes. But it'll be a darn good 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it. It's going to be great. I know going on any trip, I've been on lots of trips. There's so many things you do, so many things that you enjoy. What is going to be the biggest thing you're going to miss from going?
The food and the people who made it for us. We just ate a lot of really good, like Jordanian home-cooked food. Like you don't get better than that, especially like fresh baked bread every morning.
Speaking of like, did you guys stay in homes while you were there, or did you go to people's homes to get food, or how did that all work?
Yeah, so we actually stayed in one house altogether. It's been the house that the DIG members have stayed in for the past 50 years, pretty much. So, you know, the guys have a big room, the girls have a big room. It's just like that. But we did actually, for a night, stay in local homes. It's part of this thing that the local community is trying to set up, this tourism infrastructure for the local archaeological site. So there's no hotels in the area. There's nowhere for tourists to stay if they want to come and visit. But this community is setting up like, okay, here are people who are willing to open their homes for tourists to spend the night, and you know they'll get a meal with that stay, and they'll get to, you know, explore the site, things like that. And that's really what this film is about. It's not about, oh, we found this really incredible, you know, archaeological find. We didn't find any really incredible artifacts or things like that. But it's really about community archaeology. Like, how can we involve this local community in this archaeological project that is so like central to their life? You know, like they live right by it, they live in it practically. And how like what is that relationship going to look like in the future as this ancient site continues to sustain this community?
Mm-hmm. Now that you're back here and you're looking at all the footage, how much do you miss it, and do you have any plans to go back?
Oh, I miss it so much. Like there are just some times where I'm like, man, I wish I had like been a little less tired that day, or you know, or things like that. I miss it a lot. I do definitely plan to go back to Jordan. I would love to spend some more time at all of those sites that we visited and explore more sites. But of course, I will always go back to Jamal. Like that's, you know, I gotta go back there. It's just, and see all the friends that I made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when will this film be released? Where can people see it? Like, can I go watch it a bunch of times? Like, what's the deal with this?
For sure. Right now we are tentatively planning to release it at this fall's media showcase, which we're really excited about. So you can watch it then here at Calvin. And we're also planning to release it online, probably through YouTube or Vimeo, but we shall see. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. This has been awesome to learn about
Yeah,
this,
of
and I hope
course.
everybody else learned a lot. That's all the time we have, so thank you so
Oh,
much.
no worries. Thank you.
Up next, we're just gonna take a look at what we're doing next episode. It's Halloween, so you know we gotta celebrate like that. So let's take a look.
Thank you all for tuning into the show. This has been Henry.
And this is Jonathan, and this has been
Up All Night. Until next time.